Thank you guys for watching the Animal One Guys YouTube channel. If you like my content, leave a comment down below. Ask me questions, let me know what you liked about it. And hey, click on the little like button. But please, if you want, go ahead and subscribe, because it helps my channel out. That way you can stay up to date with all my videos. And if you want, click on the bell icon to get notified. Right? Right? Huh? 1 out of 2. Not bad.
Okay guys, see what we have here? Hey! Insects and live plants in here. Keep up upright or you will kill us. JoshFrogs.com. That's right. Today's video, we are taking the Pixie frog enclosure and going bioactive. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I know it's not as dramatic as I made it seem, but a lot of everyone's comments, and that's one good thing. You know, when you work with, when you have a community like this, I like to listen to everyone's comments and, oh, Isopods, basic care. We'll go into that. Let's see how Josh Frog ships. Oh, okay. Heat packet, still very warm. Interesting that one of these is upside down. I don't really like the look of that right away, but shouldn't really be that big of a deal. Must have definitely this box got tipped in shipping. So I got some Isopods and their soil, which is nice. So why are we doing this? Well, let's look at a couple things here. Temperature 70 to 80 degrees. That's going to be fine for the bottom of the Pixie frog enclosure. It really sits kind of closer to 80, but no big deal. Humidity 50 to 80%. No problem. We're going to be, you know, around that 80%, which is really simple. So what are we going to do? We are going to feed these to the Pixie frog tank. No, not to the Pixie frog. We're going to open these up. They're going to go inside the Pixie frog's tank. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Pixie frog out for his bath. He's going to get in his bathtub, and then we're going to be in front of the tank without him in there. Okay, here we are in front of John Wesley's tank, and wait till you guys see how big he's getting. He's just in his bath right now. By the way, he's been croaking like crazy. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to go ahead and mist down the enclosure. He gets, his enclosure gets misted normally twice a day, morning and evening time, to keep the humidity high. I just hit it all over. I make sure the substrate's got a good amount. Come at it from the other side, just to keep his humidity high. That's all. Super simple. Now, there is a thermometer probe. You see it hanging in the middle. That's a digital probe. And then on the left wall, there's a stick-on thermometer as well as a stick-on humidistat to make sure everything is good. So I like to give the bottom a good spray. And then I'm going to tell you how I like to do bioactive in a tank that's already been set up. How do I like to start bioactive? And this is a big thing because sometimes I see, in my opinion, it not being done right. And when the tank's already been established as not a bioactive tank. So we're turning a non-bioactive tank into a bioactive tank. So what does a bioactive tank mean? That means it's just got a live cleaning crew that lives in the substrate. That's the easiest way to do it. So for a Pixie frog, this is important because although I take him out for baths, he definitely poops in here. He definitely pees in here. You know, yeah, I'll try to find it and pick it out for the poop, but Pixie frogs don't really pee in a urate form, which is a solid, you know, white calcium plug. Although they can do that, and sometimes they do, but most of their urine is liquid, water-esque. You can't see it, it gets mixed in, and then remember, being an amphibian, they drink water through their skin. So we want to keep this soil clean. So you can clean out the soil and you can spot clean. And what I like to do is I mix little bits of, here we go, charcoal in my soil to help absorb the toxins from the pee. So simple. But now I want to go bioactive in here. I want the poo to be eaten. I want it to be less maintenance. Okay, great. So you buy isopods. In this case, I get tropical isopods because this is a tropical setup in terms of high humidity and high heat. So isopods, they should come to you in a container. I like to get them from Josh Frogs. There should be some dirt and some wood kind of broken down in there because they're going to eat the waste. So they're going to find the Pixie Frog's poop. They're going to eat it. They're going to process it. They're going to clean it. They're going to get into all the crevices. They're going to get any decaying plant matter, although in this case there is no live plants in here because the Pixie Frog would dig them up. I have put plants in vases before. You know, that way the roots can't be dug up. He knocks over the vases. There's nothing you can do. So I've already wet down the enclosure. You saw that. I just took my big mist bottle and I just sprayed the sides of the tank, the back, and the bottom, just like that, to get that humidity up, to get this, you know, nice and wet in there with no frog and no isopods already in there. And I'm gonna pour this out slowly onto my hand and see if we can find some isopods. There should be 25, yeah, in each of these. So I got 50. Oh yeah, there we go. We got some right away. And now these guys are small, but there's one. I don't even know if you'll be able to see this in the camera, but he's definitely on here. He's moving around. He is up here. You may not have seen him. If I can just gently take some more out. There's one right there in the top middle. You can kind of see it on the camera right there. You see that little white speck? That's the isopod. So now I'll just gently, yeah, so these are small, guys. They're not going to harm the frog. I'm just going to spread around the contents of the cup and make sure that there's none in here. And some people might say, oh, 25, you know, they're so tiny. Yeah, that's why I got 250. They're for a 50 count. Although they will, you know, populate in here. The nice thing too is they'll eat, you know, predatory insects and things like that. Oh, okay, here's a good look. Right there in the top. See that isopod up there moving around? He's just digging down, and some in the bottom. So we know that they're in here. We're just going to stay low, and we're just going to shake them around. Now, there definitely are some areas of the tank. There's a big guy. He's on the bowl here. There definitely are some areas of the tank that get a little bit warmer than others, but that's okay. You know, they can go and come on, get out of there. They can go and find a cool spot if they need to go to a cool spot and anything like that. Perfect. Cool. They're in. I'm not gonna mist it down. Just give you a look-see. There's an isopod right there. Let's get in close. What's he doing? He's just gone under the dirt. Right. Oh, there he goes again. See him right there? There he goes. He's moving around, and now he's digging in. So, there's one thing you should always also do with isopods that I'm not doing, and here's the thing. I'm not doing it because this was already a setup tank, so I'm not doing it today. So, normally, you can add a little bit more decaying wood, although I'm not really going to put in a lot of decaying wood for them to eat, just in case your animal isn't providing a lot of food for them. You don't want them to starve to death in here. So they got enough wood that was transported, but also normally you'll add some leaf litter, which are just some decaying leaves. And I have leaf litter. I'm not going to add it today because you should add leaf litter if this was a brand new setup. So if I was putting in fresh cocoa fiber and charcoal and then these isopods, I would know that there's like not waste product in that. So there's not going to be a lot of food for them to scoop around and dig up. So I'm going to want to supplement them with some leaf litter. That way they don't starve. Well, this having already been a tank set up for months with no isopods, and you know, this being used soil, he's peed in here. I know there's organisms for them to eat, clean. So I'm not going to add any supplemental food minus the, the wood that they came with, that decaying matter, to really give them about a day or two to go through here and give it some cleanup. And then after about 2 days, I'll add a little bit of leaf litter in here. That, I think, is the mistake that's made often when you are making a bioactive enclosure from an enclosure that was already running. Sometimes people add too much food to supplement those isopods right away in the beginning, and they don't need that. It's already supplemented. Again, if it was a clean enclosure, supplement them, get them going, everything will be okay. Now, I am just going to do a light misting like this. Perfect, just because that soil they came in was dry. And then I'm going to shut these doors so all the hot air and the humidity doesn't come up. And then I'll show you the frog when his bath is done and it's time to put him in. Okay, here we go. We're going to put John Wesley back. And just wait till you see this dude. He's big. He's big. And you know what's something interesting about pixie frogs, guys? As in, like, most reptiles that I deal with, I know, by the way, I know pixie frogs are amphibians. But most reptiles, they have a cloaca, they have a vent, so you don't get to see anything. But pixie frogs have butt cheeks. Did you guys know that? Let me show you how big this dude has gotten. He's giant. Look at Bubba. Hi, John. Hi, Johnny boy. But if you ever look in the back of a pixie frog, yeah, you're one leg, John. Look at this. They got butt cheeks. Look at how big this boy has gotten, even from the last video. And he's super friendly. As long as you got clean hands, no lotions, oils, you wash your hands, you make sure they're really clean. You can hold the pixie frog. You can pet the pixie frog. He's not trying to jump away. He could jump away at any time. He's not running away. He's not peeing on me. He's not distressed. He's just chilling. See, now he's done. He wants to go in. We're just going to put him in. And he's just going to live in there with currently his 50 little isopods. They're going to clean him. They're going to clean the tank. They're going to eat anything that's bad. And like I said, in a couple days, I'm going to sprinkle in some leaf litter. And then I'll just keep leaf litter in there. But we're going to let them get a head start. All right, guys. Hope this helped. If anyone's thinking about doing bioactive with your bullfrog or with any other frogs, take care.
Thank you guys for supporting my reptile rescue family.